as China is still developing our internationalization, they're more where they need to the next step address in order for the RMB to go along this pathway. But I think that the first step is obviously continuing gradual opening of the capital account. Obviously, for RMB, have a deeper international goal depends on China continuing to gradually open up the capital account. For managers, firms, and investors, they need predictable channels to enter, exit, hedge, manage RMB expenses. That the markets for that globally are not fully developed yet, and that obviously limits the amount of holdings other countries will have in RMB. I think going back to trade, one interesting point is at this news article I read this morning that said 30% of China's bilateral trade was settled in RMB. Only 1.5% of Chinese imports settled in RMB. But countries are much more willing to pay RMB to China than to receive RMB for the goods that they are sending to China. So sort of an interesting dichotomy there in terms of how RMB is still being used in trade with countries that are willing to settle some payments in it. Second, the market depth and liquidity. International currency need to have liquid markets, and in that somewhat aligned with the capital account opening as well. And for the RMB, the beekeeper bond market, the more active secondary markets and more participation by long-term investors. Then finally, there needs to be more hedging tools. I think important for hedging tools to exist to avoid currency mismatch and obviously other issues going forward. But I think these are all things that are in the process. They're not going to necessarily occur overnight or in the next year. I think China's taking a very gradual long-term approach to this, but I think as these progress, we'll see greater fleets of RMB in international spaces and potentially, as Manchu was saying, potentially a little bit more in the third-party trade where I don't think there's no meaningful third-party trades being settled in RMB at the moment, but as the market continues to hit her, we may start to see that as well, which are it really moving into becoming an international currency rather than a currency that countries are using to settle payments with China.